YouTube, welcome to Cafe Enoma and welcome to our reaction to Dan SAC versus
SCROOBIUS PIP.
And we're going to react to the song Letter from God. First
SAC versus SCROOBIUS PIP. Letter from God to man in brackets.
Okay.
This is a letter from God to man. Hey there, how's it going? Long time no see. I know I haven't been around much lately, but it didn't seem like you wanted me to be. The last time I sent down a message, you nailed it to the cross, so I figured I'd just leave you to it, let you be your own boss. But I've been keeping an eye on you, I have, and it's amazing how you've grown. All your technological advances and the problems you've overthrown, and all the beautiful art you've created with such grace and such finesse. But I admit there are a few things I'm afraid have impressed me less. So I'm writing to apologise for all the horrors committed in my name. Although it was never what I intended, I feel I should take my share of the blame. A lot of the good I tried to do was corrupted when organised religion got into full swing. What I thought were quite clear messages were taken to unusual extremes. My teachings were taken out of context to meet the agendas of others. Interpretations were taken in many different ways and hidden meanings discovered. Religion became a tool for the weak to control the strong. With all these new morals and ethics, survival of the fittest was gone. No longer could the biggest man simply take whatever he needed, because damnation was the price if certain rules were not heeded. Some of the deeds committed in my name just made me wonder where I went wrong. Back at the start when I created all this, the foundation seemed so strong. See, all the elements were already here. Long before I began, I just kind of put them all together. I didn't really think out a long-term plan. I made the sun an appropriate distance, laid the stars across the sky, so you could navigate the globe or simply watch a sunrise. I covered the earth with plants and fruits, some for sustenance and some for beauty, and made the sun shine and clouds rain so their maintenance wasn't your duty. I tried to give each creature its own attributes without making them enveloped. I gave you all your own space to grow and in your own way space to develop. I didn't know such development would cause rifts and jealousy, cause you to war against each other and leave marks on this planet indelibly. You see, I wasn't the creator, I was more the curator of nature. And honest, everything straight with homosexuals right now, I don't hate ya. I was a simple being that happened to be the first to yield such powers, but I just laid the ground. It was you that built the towers, it was you that invented bombs and the fear that comes with them. And it was you that invented money and the corrupt economic systems. You invented terms like just war and terms like friendly fire, and it was you that didn't know when to stop digging deep or when to stop building higher. It was you that exhausted the resources I carefully laid out on this earth, and it was you that even saw these problems coming but accredited of little worth. It was you that used my teachings for your own personal gain, and it was you that committed such tragedies even if they were in my name. So I apologise for any mistakes I've made and when my words were misconstrued, but this apology's to Mother Nature, cause I created you.
Quite a letter, a detailed letter from God. I like, there was so much content actually they covered and it went well as part of the letter with the lyrics for the song. It's different, it's modern, it sounds good, and we need things that are this way. We need things that are talking about all these problems and all the things that are going on, because if we don't start taking things seriously now, and we are only and only concerned about our internet package and what is the strength of our internet speed, and what mobile phone or what smartphone we are using, and what all features does it have, and how many apps do I have, and this that. I think we are doing a great disservice to our planet and what the things that are happening. It's very little that is there in man's hand to actually improve, but there is a lot that we can do to not destruct or destroy. When people, sometimes people are very concerned, and there are so many people, those who have this notion, they generally don't even do any help for the planet, but they think they will take care of the planet. I think that is where it all, it starts off with a wrong note. When you think you're going to help the planet, you're not in a position. You can't help yourself probably. For 2 days, in a row, you can't help yourself at times. So you can't help this planet. It has to help you, and that is what it does every single day. What we just have to do is not destroy it or not damage it as much as we do. If we only did that, things would be better. Here was a letter from God. God said, I left you all because I was crucified, and I thought you all are very happy and could manage things on your own, though it does not seem to be that good, but I hope things are going okay. How are things? So such kind of songs, such kind of thought process and talking conversations have to be seriously taken up now. I like this kind of initiation that Dan SAC and SCROOBIUS PIP have taken.
Yeah, it's a lovely letter, and a lot of things are mentioned in there. And the bottom line is, whatever damage we have done to ourselves and the planet is damage that has been caused because of our actions. Our thoughts, ideas, when put into action, that is what has caused most of the damage. There are rare cases where, it is a natural calamity, a natural occurrence. Most of the times it is something unnatural, something that is man-made. And when we talk about the modern world today, for example, let's talk about 2021, the situation, the adverse effects of gun violence on our kids, mainly in America, but also in other countries now. For example, when there was a March 24th parade in the US 3 years ago in 2018, even in Mumbai there was a protest held against gun violence in schools, and which killed children and harmed disabled children in the US. So even in Mumbai, hundreds of people came to the Gateway of India and protested. So that is how much we also are impacted by what happens in one country. And unfortunately, the whole world is impacted by actions of this one country. So it's unfortunate. That is how the things are. So in social media also, similarly in 2021, one thing that happens, one fake news that is spread. For example, taking a leaf from what Kirti said initially, a fake environmentalist, let's call her Greta something. If she puts up a post about something, there are thousands of innocent children who are unaware about that issue, but who, because this Greta something has put a post about it on some social network, which is supposedly popular, all these innocent kids, teenagers, also think, oh, this is wrong. And what Greta is talking about, we must support her because this is wrong. So that is how fake this world is today. It's all man-made destruction. If you actually see how this Greta something lives her own life on a day-to-day basis, you'll be surprised how much she cares for the environment around her. So that is just one example out of many. Then comes the news, of course. So much of the news we receive in today's world is half-baked, half-cut, manipulated,
I think 60
crooked,
to 70% are fake.
Heavily biased, heavily manipulated, and bought. It's bought news, B-O-T as well as B-O-U-G-H-T. Both apply in the case of modern news and all aspects of social media actually. So people are sucked into a world today where they are heavily impacted by likes, traction on social media, comments, views, and all that, which is all fake actually. More than 90% of it is fake. No proper business in the world actually uses social media on a day-to-day basis in a constructive way and depends completely on it. And this has been numerous documentaries covering this aspect. So even though people say, oh, social media can make a difference, yes, it can.
It has the power.
But it makes a negative impact as well. A huge negative impact, a huge negative influence, and that can be seen. And God is watching all of this. And I must talk about it because at the end of this video, surprisingly, a link came called myspace.com/whatever, the artist's page. That myspace.com started it all. In fact, Facebook became Facebook in a huge way thanks to all these early pioneers on social media. And even what Google is today is thanks to all those early pioneers, but they never give them credit. No. And mind you, they managed to kill most of them.
They don't want you to remember those things.
Kill their businesses off. Yeah. You don't even remember MySpace and all those search engines, and Yahoo and things like that. AOL and Netscape.
Alta Vista,
do you remember Netscape? Netscape Navigator, Netscape Search. Wow. This MySpace link was there, which played such a huge role when Obama came into power and all that. First African American or black president in the US. MySpace has a huge role to play in it. But look at it today. MySpace is almost completely dead. So that's the impact these people have. They can't survive on their own. 10, 15 years down the line, mark my words, the same platforms that this Greta something and all use, today, 15 years down the line, whether I'm alive or not, that's a different issue. But those platforms probably won't be around.
They'll be deleted by someone else.
Yeah, so that's how crazy and manipulated this world is. And God is watching all this craziness, this manipulation. Look at musicians. They will go to any length. They will stoop to any level. They will eat someone's shit to become a little bit more popular in the world today.
It's not only limited to musicians anymore. It's about every other influencer.
Every other person who wants to be who has to be an influencer, they feel to succeed.
People really are. This is getting dangerous. It is already gotten so dangerous. There was this guy who got arrested a few months ago. From somewhere in India. I didn't really look into the details of the thing, but I just happened to read the headlines that there was this YouTuber, I'm sorry YouTube, but this happened, YouTuber who was making a small dog, a stray dog. He tied a lot of balloons on that dog and he wanted it to, go flying in the air just to make a video gig for himself, to get some views or whatever.
That's not the only one, Kirti.
I'm just mentioning it because such crazy things. It's not even your talent. It's
which are even allowed. We say something a little off topic or maybe a little bit not to the liking of the viewers. We are, targeted for it. Our comments prove that. There are thousands of comments which prove how racist YouTubers and YouTube can be. But the fact is that these videos are allowed to linger for a long time.
It's the police has to take action, not the platform.
Platform as well as others. You can't just, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, and the viewers, what the viewers are doing.
If YouTube wasn't around, that video wouldn't be around.
Yes. Such crazy things are happening. It's dangerous.
And it influences kids. It influences the next generation. Trust me, and that's how we have what we have in the world today. Take an example of America. Look at the gun violence, look like the drug ODing. We say, which are the top shows? Breaking Bad, Animal Kingdom. When you name these shows, you realize, look at the violence in movies. Black Widow, Gunpowder Milkshake.
Okay, let's end it.
Yeah, so these are just some examples. Yeah. I don't even want to name them. I have hundreds on the tip of my tongue, but I don't want to name them because they are youngsters who also watch our reactions and we have a role to play, a responsible role. That's it for this reaction video though. Letter to God for man. It will never happen because God knows how crazy and manipulative man has become and woman, and will not even bother. Will not even bother.